everyone, my name's Brittany. I'm a registered dietitian with Copeman Healthcare working out of our downtown Vancouver location. And our video today is all about meal planning and meal prep. So I love to use meal preparation as a tool to save time and money throughout the week. So today we're going to talk about some simple strategies that you can start to use meal prep in your day-to-day life to hopefully save you some of that stress and anxiety around food and having to plan meals throughout the week. When I work with clients for meal planning and meal preparation, I use these terms loosely because I also like to encourage having variety and flexibility throughout the week. So some of the strategies that we'll talk about today are ways that you can set yourself up for success to save time during the week, but we're not necessarily preparing every single meal and snack for the entire week so that you still have that ability to listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues in the moment and make decisions on a day-to-day level, because we're not going to know exactly how hungry we're going to be next Tuesday, but having some foods to choose from can definitely set us up for success. As we jump into these tips and tricks, I want you to use these as a framework to adapt to your own life. So only you know how much variety you need in a week, how much space you need to create for meals out or for leftovers. So use this as a guide and then apply it from there. So our first tip for meal planning. This actually starts before you even leave your house to go to the grocery store. Having a plan when we're going grocery shopping is one of the best things that you can do to set yourself up for success. So first thing I want you to do is look around your house at the ingredients that you have on hand, things that are already in your fridge or your pantry. Check your cupboards and start to think about the types of meals and snacks that you want to create for yourself in a week. Basing this on what you already have on hand will help you to save some money so you don't have to buy extra ingredients and get those creative juices flowing with recipe inspiration. You can also look through some of your favorite cookbooks or online resources for recipes that might sound good to you, or just go more free-flowing and think about components of meals that you could throw together that would be satisfying and tasty for you. Once you've got your rough plan of meals and snacks for the week, create your grocery list. So write down the ingredients that you're going to need to purchase that you don't already have on hand. A helpful tip that I like to use is spreading out your list based on the different sections of the grocery store. So having a section for produce, for your milk and dairy products, for your canned goods, freezer section, and filling out your ingredients in those chunks so that you're only doing one trip around the grocery store and not having to backtrack consistently. There's lots of apps that you can use to help with this, or I just use the notes on my phone to write out my grocery list and have it handy when I'm at the store. Another favorite tip of mine is before you go to the grocery store, make sure you have a snack. Grocery shopping is a pretty big undertaking, and going in when we're hungry or even worse, hangry, is not going to be a pleasant experience. There's lots of decisions that we're making during our grocery trip, and we don't want to experience that decision fatigue or buy more than we need because we're really hungry in the moment. So once you get home from the grocery store, this is where we transition from that meal planning to more of that meal preparation. And again, I want to emphasize that this looks different for everybody depending on your schedule, how busy you are, what's going on in your week. Your preparation time might vary, and that's okay. One thing that I like to keep in mind as far as maximizing your time when you're doing preparation is think about how you can multitask in the kitchen. So if you want to roast some vegetables to have on hand for the week, maybe get those in the oven first so that while they're cooking, you can work on other prepping things, such as if you're making overnight oats for breakfast. That's something that can happen while food is in the oven so that you're not extending that time longer than you need to. You can get outside and do other things that you enjoy. If it's helpful for you to prepare full recipes, maybe on the Sunday night before you start your week, by all means do that if that's going to be helpful for you. My personal practice is to prep single ingredient foods in a neutral way so that I can repurpose them throughout the week. So for example, I might cook some brown rice or some farro, which is one of my favorite whole grains to use. They take a long time to cook during the week, so to save myself time, I'll cook it on a Sunday and then store it in the fridge, pull it out throughout the week for food bowls or stir fries, or if I'm going to throw some grains into my salad. I also put some in the freezer to store for later if I'm ever in a pinch. I might also cook some proteins ahead of time. So I love to bake tofu or roast some chicken to have on hand for the week that I can quickly throw into salads, particularly at lunchtime when I don't have as much time to cook and prepare my food. I find that this is really helpful while still allowing myself to have that choice in the moment of what type of meal I actually want to create and what I want to eat. I find that one of the biggest barriers for my clients to eating more fruits and vegetables during the week is having them ready and prepared to eat. So what that might look like is when you get home from the grocery store, wash and chop your fruits and vegetables and store them in sealed containers in your fridge so that you can grab them and have them ready throughout the week. Or think about embracing convenience one step further and actually buying some of the pre-prepared or pre-cut fruits and vegetables at your grocery store if that's going to be what encourages you to meet those nutrition goals. So I hope that these tips about meal planning and meal preparation were helpful for you, that you learned something new, and I'm so excited to see how you take these tips and apply them to your own life. Know that if you're still struggling or have questions about ways that you can use meal planning and meal preparation throughout your week, you're welcome to book an appointment with one of our Coatman registered dietitians. We'd be happy to work alongside you and coach you through more of this method.